Maria Alesha, MAC Championships weekend and starts the postseason. Your last conference meet, I guess. What are some of the emotions going through you entering this weekend?
I think my biggest emotion is just like excitement. I'm so excited to be able to race this MAC meet healthy and with my teammates. And you really can't ask for anything else this time of year. Everybody is ready to run fast, and the hay's in the barn.
Yeah, I'm obviously really excited. I'm sad also that it's my last meet as a Red Hawk this weekend, but ready to just put myself out there and see what I can do. I think that I've really grown as an athlete over the past 4 years and ready to just make this something that I look back on and I'm proud of this weekend.
You both have been among the MAC leaders in your respective events and putting in a lot of miles over the course of even going back to cross country in the fall. How are you both physically feeling going into these big races, and what are your expectations as far as moving even further up the leaderboard than you're both projected?
I like to go into every meet kind of with an open mind, and I'm not really one to look at rankings or look at heat sheets. I just kind of like to go in and control what I can control and control myself. And I love this sport and I love this school, and it's just given me so much over the past 4 years. So I'm just going to step on that line excited, ready to roll, and just really trust myself and my training and my coaches and my team.
Yeah, I've never actually doubled at Outdoor Max, so that's pretty exciting for this weekend. In terms of the steeplechase, I've never really considered what it would be like to win an individual MAC title, so that's something pretty new. I'm excited for to try and put myself out there and see what I can do. It would be absolutely incredible to cross the line as a MAC champ, and I think it would be a testament to how far I've come over the past 4 years.
And obviously both of you have some pretty decent odds of continuing into postseason a little bit further. I guess, how does a meet like this really help kind of solidify that ground and maybe build some momentum into further meets come NCAA time?
Yeah, I think Max is such an awesome meet because there's so much energy and there's so much just adrenaline that goes into the meet, and it really gives you good momentum, hopefully going into the East prelims. So, I mean, last year I had a stress fracture at this time, so I just can't say how thankful I am just to be able to compete healthy and strong and just really go out there and put my best foot forward. So, very exciting.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited too because my sophomore year I was a couple places off missing it, so this is my year to get out there and see what I can do. This weekend will be great preparation for the next, because I think it's in 2 weeks, just to compete with some really high-level athletes and post a good mark going into regionals.
All right, good luck this weekend.
Thanks.
All right, Chris, Sean, outdoor championships and postseason play beginning over in Buffalo this weekend. What are the level of excitement, especially given the strong seasons that you've had to this point coming in?
We're definitely really excited to get out there and really, prove all the work that we've been putting in. We have a lot of momentum riding off these past couple weeks and getting out in those big races and having a lot of experience against some big competition. It's very beneficial to late season racing and championship style races, and we're just going to go out and kind of show them what we got.
Yeah, just kind of building off that, just going out and having some fun with it. We're improving on every conference meet that we go to since we've been here, and hopefully that trend doesn't stop. Yeah, and just getting out and just competing. I mean, that's the fun of it, and that's why we do this sport. So just kind of enjoying the weekend as a whole.
And obviously, as the 1-2 pairing in both the 800 and 1500, there's a lot of expectation and both internally and externally of points. But have any light side bets between the two of you as far as which one will cross the line first?
Not quite, but I'm sure I'll razz him a little bit after I finish ahead of him this weekend. So
I don't think so. But
what has been kind of the key to this kind of? Really, it's been a solid season all the way around, but especially these last few meets, kind of surging in all of your main events.
It's mostly just maintaining a confidence level that we actually belong at these big races and being able to perform against better competition, and knowing that when it comes down to these championship races that we have the ability to kind of just outperform people, and not stress too much about the time or whatever, but making sure that we're positioning ourselves correctly and just trusting our training and how far it's taken us, and at the end just making sure we get to the line first.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Just trying to see what we learn from these big races and being able to translate that in, again, like the championship style racing, like conference will be. and just proving that we're ready for that kind of competition.
Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
All right, Coach. MAC Championships weekend, and headed over to Buffalo after a couple of pretty strong performances over the last few weeks. I guess overall, what's your outlook on the team these last few weeks leading into the start of postseason competition?
Yeah, things are falling into place perfectly right now. It's hard to expect the whole team to come out on top of their game at the end of the season, but that's what we plan for. And so far, the sprints and jumps group are looking really strong. They've got a lot more pop than they have had in the past. The distance crew they've been tapering, and they're definitely looking really good. They're looking fast and confident as well. We're regrowing on the throwing side, but we've got some freshmen that could do some pretty exciting things.
You know, look at the leaderboard across lots of events in the MAC, and you see Miami's name at the top of a lot of leaderboards. You know, how much confidence does that feel? I know, it still is a 3-day meet that everything has to get done on the track and in those events, but got to be a pretty good feeling of confidence for some of those standouts all season.
Yeah, definitely. We've got some athletes that really have a good shot to bring home a MAC title in their individual events. When we look at the board, I was just looking at the list, and we've got Aaron Muirson's doing really well in the hurdles, and I think he's ready for a really big performance. In the distance side, we've got Maria Scavuzzo. She's going to do well in the 10 and the 5. Chris Torpy and Sean Torpy have run really well, both in the 800 and the 1500. Brumfield in the steeple. I mean, you look at the list. Jeremiah Hunter is exciting to watch, and whether he can get up there in the top 3 in the sprints for the men, that'll be pretty good. Aaron Gray could hit a good javelin. I mean, there's exciting things everywhere that you look in every single event. And so if we can put it all together, like you said, it's going to be pretty exciting. It is a 3-day meet, so it's hard to keep that momentum going from one day to the next, but it really depends on how we get started and how the athletes perform starting day one.
And while there are a handful of seniors over at the top of the leaderboard that was, come this time next year, you'll be looking to replace those points. There's also a lot of youth and underclassmen and up-and-coming talent that are starting to make an impact. How exciting is this as a coach, seeing some of that next wave of talent really starting to make a mark?
That's the goal of the program, is to continue to get better. And the seniors and the juniors, they know that what they do now is going to leave a lasting legacy. They understand our program's goal. They understand where we're going. And the sophomore class is a big class, but the freshman class is even bigger. And so we've got a lot of talent that still has yet to be developed. And so for some of our freshmen to be out there, and for a large group of our sophomores to be out there competing on the MAC squad right now, this is something that they're going to be able to bring forward into their junior and senior years and pass on to our upcoming recruiting classes that we haven't even talked to some of those athletes yet. So the direction of the program is exciting, and we're going to see a little bit more of a taste of what's to come in the future this weekend.
All right, good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Oh,